right, so we have Cranky Critters here today, the NFT project. So if you guys want to kick it off and just kind of give us a brief introduction to yourselves and to the project, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, sure. I'm Sarah. I'm the communication manager, and I'll let the other ones introduce themselves as well before I say a bit more about the project.
All right, I'm Rune. Sorry.
No
I'm Rune, the Decay. I'm Dux, but my name is pretty unpronounceable in English. And I'm the developer and also fiancé of Love.
And I am Arno Kis, the artist and co-founder, because the other ones are also co-founders, but they forgot to mention.
Yeah, just a little bit about us. We are like a family. Rune is my fiance, Arno is my brother, and we've had this idea for a Cranky Critters board game a while ago, like 5 years ago. But yeah, me and Rune, we got kids. A lot of things got in the way. But now things are kind of settling down. And as we rolled into the NFT space, we saw an amazing format that we could use to build the Cranky Critters.
Oh, I think you might have cut out there.
Fluff, we lost you.
Yeah, I think she cut out.
All right. Yeah, it's because I'm using my cell phone. Maybe. Yeah. All right. Maybe you should explain it, Rune, because as soon as my screen, goes blank, I can't push the talk.
So, as Fluff said, 5 years ago we had the idea for the board game, but then kids and life got in the way. And then we rolled into the NFT space. Fluff did, and she got me hooked as well. And we saw all these projects creating a great community and creating their dream projects by getting funding through NFTs and building something together with the community. And we thought, well, this is our second shot to do this, because we can build a board game with the three of us, but if we can build it together with the community we built together, it's going to be so much better. We're going to have ideas that we wouldn't have with just the three of us. The NFT community has proven that they always give a lot of feedback, some constructive, some a little bit less. But we can use that feedback, thrive on it to build the best board game we can build. And that was our set off.
Oh, awesome!
So,
you guys are in luck because I'm actually happen to be a little bit of a board game guy myself, so I'm really curious to hear about it.
All right, perfect.
So yeah, if you want to give me the rundown of the board game, like what's it all about. I'm kind of curious to hear about it.
All right, so very short. It's we want to create the atmosphere that you're having a shit day and it only gets shittier. So you have very simple quests. You get random quest cards, and they're very simple, like get a cup of coffee or go to the dry cleaner, something very easy, simple as the thing there. But everything goes wrong. You go outside, step in a puddle, you lose points, etc., etc. So these very simple tasks become difficult. And every turn there's an event. The board is randomly generated. So we try to get it so every game feels different. And then, of course, if you're having a bad day, the only thing that makes you happier is seeing someone else having a worse day. And that's kind of the atmosphere we want to build. So there's interaction. You're not directly combating the other players, but you can screw them over. So if something bad happens to you, you can maybe take someone down with you, or push the effect to another person, or we're planning to start a lot of fights on game night.
Yeah, wow. Those are pretty common, I guess. So you get used to those, but that's kind of cool. So is it going to be So you said you can, I guess, mess up other players' turns. So it's going to be mainly like player versus player, or is it going to be like a cooperative aspect as well in the game?
Well, I guess you could play it co-op, but it would be more like, banding together with someone to screw someone else over even worse. Like if you play Munchkin, you can help each other, but in the end, there's only one winner. So it's not really a cooperative goal, but you could help each other.
Yeah, no, I get you. I guess I was thinking of some games where it's like just you versus the board game, I guess, so to speak, rather than.
No.
So it sounds like it's a
more
combination of both.
PvP,
You
yeah.
can work together, but at the end of the day, you still have to have the one winner. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you guys gonna go?
Yeah, I think. Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, I just want to mention. The main idea is you're gonna have these 6 critters that you can choose to be, so it can actually go till 6 players. And yeah, the goal is kind of to be the last man standing. You know, to not get so pissed off that you completely flip out.
Oh, that's cool. That is a cool theme, especially for like a game night theme, because obviously, for those that have them, they know how heated they can get sometimes. So that's kind of cool. So is the plans for this? I guess the question is, if you're gonna go, is this gonna be like a digital game to start, and then are you ever gonna branch off into an actual physical game?
No, the actual goal is our first and foremost goal is to create the physical version, and we'll after the NFT is sold out, we can start development on the board game, and the plan is to side by side also create first a playtest version digitally. Because we really want that feedback from the community that I talked about. And if the playtest version is popular, there are plans to build it out to an actual digital game.
Okay.
But our first and foremost goal is really get that physical version out there.
Gotcha. So was there a reason you decided, because, well, I guess I'll let you answer it. Is there a reason you decided to go with the NFT route as opposed to going the more traditional, like, Kickstarter or something like that, for example? Like we see a lot. Like that's what I feel like most startup board games are doing now. So what made you guys want to go the NFT route instead?
I think I can take that if I don't cut
Okay.
out. Well, the more we thought about what we wanted to accomplish with Cranky Critters, the more we realized we want to build this as a brand instead of just a board game. The board game is a fun, like it's like the main roadmap item. But we have so much more plans than that, because we think if you make an NFT as well, you can give it so much more value. You can actually get people into the brand from the get-go, and they'll be able to get all these benefits, these discounts, these exclusives that you can reward to your holders. Some fun ideas we have for NFT utility is a burn mechanic that's going to come a few weeks after we launch, where you can actually, when you burn 3 critters, you're guaranteed to get one of the 100 rare ones. I don't know if I said that correctly. And just we're also looking at the digital version that will be exclusive to holders. We're looking at expansions that would be exclusive to holders, or that have priority access to holders. Looking at some sandbox land where we can get together to play the board game. So really trying to build out that utility for the NFT as well. Because I think ultimately the goal for us is to, we want this to become a company, we want this to become a brand, and the board game is just a part of a bigger world we're trying to create. So it's kind of like the first step towards that goal. But I mean, the sky is the limit as far as the brand is concerned. We've got some cool merch plans as well.
Yeah, that's cool, because I'm looking at the website now, and the branding does come off pretty well. I do like it. I like the art. Whoever the artist is doing a good job.
Thank you.
And as far as I heard you mention a couple things about the NFT utility, so I guess let's kind of jump into those. So is there like, because you mentioned you'd be able to like burn them and I guess fuse them together in a sense. Is there like are there different rarity tiers that are kind of predetermined?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're calling it the battle royale. We're kind of, we're playing with the idea of, throw three critters in a brawl and only one comes out victorious. And the one that you get that comes out victorious, he's going to look different. He's going to look like he's been in a brawl. He's going to look really, really bad. Think, on fire or completely bruised or skin ripped off, so yeah, the ones that you get from burning, they are supposed to be the rarest ones in the collection. It's limited to 100, so there's only going to be, we're calling them the mega cranks. There's only going to be 100 mega cranks. So if you burn 3 critters and you're able to get a mega crank, that's going to be one of the most rarest ones for sure. And we are also adding some NFT utility to that as well, because you're going to get like a super limited edition of the board game, where you get, some really cool box with physical goodies like you would in other limited editions, like looking at figures or looking at enamel pins, stuff like that. And also for the NFT, looking to give people that hold that even more, weight into the brand. Like they would get more discounts. They would get exclusive airdrops and stuff like that.
Got it. Okay. And so I guess a couple of questions on that. After the 100 of the mega ones are complete, is there any plans to carry that that fusing into some maybe like a different sort of spectrum, or are you just going to basically cut it off at that point?
Well, we're planning on cutting that off. The 100 mega cranks, they're meant to be part of the main collection. So we're gonna drop 6,000 cranky critters. A few weeks after launch, we're gonna launch the burn mechanic, which will enable 100 people basically, or 100 transactions of burning three critters for 1 mega crank. So after that happens and that's sold out, the main collection would be 5,800 NFTs. So that's for that main collection, and that will never change.
Got it. So are you guys doing, because I see you have listed here 1-for-1 NFT characters. Are you doing all 5,000 individually drawn, or I see you drawing assets and basically generating them onto the actual characters? Because that seems like a lot to draw 1-for-1.
No, they're all generated. So I drew all of the traits separately, and now we're doing a buttload of test runs. I think Rune on his own has double checked like 20,000 iterations of that came out of the generator. So we're double checking everything, to make sure we don't have any clipping or anything. And we're also trying to make sure that we don't have any like soft duplicates, like with like one subtle trait being the differentiator. So we're trying to phase all that out, that they all feel like a very solid one of one.
Yeah, that's good. I was going to mention that because I think that's important, because obviously, so you're going to have some assets, like whether it be, I'm looking at one, I see like a headband here, or the black eye is going to be more rare than others, but it's good to make sure you don't have two that like a bunch, because I see some go down that road where you see a whole like hundreds of them look pretty much the same, even though there's just small differences, and it kind of devalues them, I guess. So I think that is important that you're doing that.
Yeah, that was one of the main things we set off to do when we started this whole thing. Like every project has like a floor, and they all look kind of samey, or they have less desirable traits. We really want an even spread of everything, so you don't have like one trait being pushed to the bottom or one background color being pushed to the bottom.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just watching the GIF, I guess, go by, and each one does seem pretty unique actually, which is cool. Okay, so you're minting 6,000. You're on Ethereum. I assume are you guys going to be doing just OpenSea? Are you going to do your own marketplace?
Yeah, we'll start with OpenSea. Oh, sorry. I'll maybe let Rune answer that. He's a dev. He might have a better understanding of what we're planning to do.
Yeah, the plan is to start with OpenSea. Of course, trying to get in contact with Coinbase once that launches to get on there as well. But if this really expands, and we're planning to do some expansions as well on the board game side as on the NFT sides, getting new collections out there, etc. It might be interesting to create our own market in the long run. But for now, that's not on the roadmap, but it is a consideration.
Gotcha. Okay. And if you have, if you want, because I know some people in here might not understand what it is, walk us through, because I'm looking at the very first thing on your roadmap is the offsetting of the on-chain carbon emissions. Kind of give us a brief intro of what that's all about.
Yeah, so basically, sorry. You want to take this?
I was going to give the question to you.
Oh, okay, that's handy. Yeah, basically, we really wanted to give to charity as well. I think we want to do our part and give back. And this one made a lot of sense to us. If I can explain a bit more what Offsetra does, they have these projects that they fund to make sure that more CO2, or I don't know what the English term is, sorry, goes back to the planet, because NFTs have gotten this negative tone, especially between people that are not that familiar with them, on how they're very polluting, and especially if people are interested in the board game and we want to onboard new people into the space, this might be a real valid concern for them, that they're very polluting, and we want to make sure that we do our part to give back and make sure that whatever we pollute, we try to give back in charity, to make sure that the Offsetra initiative, they launch, like they support like really cool projects that make sure like more oxygen and stuff is being filtered, and good things are happening for the planet. And if you support that with your project, you can basically state that you're a carbon neutral or a carbon negative project, since you already kind of gave back what you polluted. That's kind of the idea behind that. And we want to give back more than what it's going to pollute, basically. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Sorry about that. I had my mic muted.
No worries.
So I was just jumping into the AMA chat. A couple of questions in there. Indy was wondering when the actual launch was. I don't think we actually hit that.
No, we still have the date TBD. We're looking with our accountant for the best launch date, because we feel it's very important for us to launch our company first. We want to set the tone, like we want to do this right. We're not just the next cash grab. We really have a long-term plan for this, to bring both short-term utility and long-term utility for holders. And I think it's going to come across more professional if we found the brand first. So yeah, we're in talks with our accountant on how long that procedure is going to be, and how we can fasten it or something. And of course, we're also kind of keeping an eye on the market, especially in December. A lot of money is shifting for tax purposes, and especially with the crypto market being volatile, that also impacts stuff. But we're looking at like mid-January at the latest, I feel, and we'll have a launch date to be announced later this week.
Okay, cool. Where you, because I heard you mention as far as registering the brand and the company, where are you guys based out of?
We're all based in Belgium.
Got it, Belgium. Okay, cool. And then from the chat, will the NFTs have any ties to the physical version of the board game?
Yeah, so I can, as the artist, I'll try to weave my way through this without spoiling too much. But like everything you see in the NFTs, and that's also why we're already thinking about future expansions and this, that, and the other. Everything you see on the NFTs, like different traits, different outfits, different items, they're all going to be represented in the board game itself. So I don't know if people actually looked up some of our teasers yet, but there's like a cardboard mecha helmet which will end up in the board game being like a set of armor, and yeah, stuff like that. So we're really trying to incorporate two worlds into one. Yeah, we feel like we're doing it. We're doing a good job at like incorporating both things.
Cool. Okay. As far as so Indy was asking, they mentioned they want to use the NFT money for developing the game. Is there any funding coming from anywhere else? And are they going? Is the development team basically just the three of you? I know that was a long-winded question, but I guess the first part: are you guys receiving any other outside funding, or are you using the NFT sales to essentially fund the board game?
Yeah, basically, we're using the NFT sales to fund the board game. But also, we have some, plans to reach out to investors and possibly, some other things that we can consider if we don't have. I mean, we did the calculations, and as soon as we reached 25% of NFTs sold, we will be able to deliver the board game. So that's the budgetary calculations that we made. So as soon as we hit 25% sold, that should be no problem. We also made calculations on ETH being really low, because obviously we have to take that into consideration as well. But we do have some ideas on how to appeal to more investors, and even if needed, if something terrible happens and we're missing funding, we can always still consider like a Kickstarter route to get some extra funding that way. But I do want to emphasize that the board game that NFT holders are going to get, they're going to get it for free, obviously, but they're getting an exclusive edition. So if this board game is ever going to be sold to other people other than the NFT holders, it's going to be like a stripped down version, like a real basic version. And the NFT holders will get a limited edition version with extra cards and a seventh critter, for example.
Cool. Okay. Safety, it looks like you edited your question because it was answered. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, because he must have came late. He missed the part about the board game. Happy, the traits are different in every NFT, so I assume I'll let them answer, but I think like I asked before, that they're going to be asset based, and then some are going to be a little more rare than others, I assume.
Oh yeah, that's the idea behind it.
Perfect.
And yeah, also the mega cranks, they're going to be like real 1/1s. I mean, real. They're all real 1/1s, obviously, because not one is the same. But Arno is drawing the mega cranks very uniquely.
Yeah, perfect. Let's see. I'm just going through these questions quick again. A couple of these were answered. Which charity are you guys looking to give back to? Was a question.
So yeah, first we're gonna offer funds to Offcetra, because we feel like down the line we still want to continue giving to charity from secondary sales, but we want to do that together with the community. We want to enable the community to vote through their token. We're gonna set up like a snapshot to make people able to vote. Depending on how many NFTs they hold, and consider their input and what charities that they feel are important. Because we really want to get the community involved in a lot of the decisions that we're going to make.
Got it. Humongous is asking if you've explored the idea of potentially launching a token as well, make it so that you can buy the NFTs and the actual board game with the tokens is the question.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, we've not fully explored this. This has come up before, so we have looked in it a bit. But legally, that's kind of difficult with the company we are trying to set up in Belgium for now. So if we're going to do that, we're going to need to hire a bigger legal team. So we don't make any mistakes there, because you don't want to make any mistakes there. So that's something that we might further explore. Once the company is fully set up, the funding has come in. But so definitely no promises there, because the first plan is also to sell the game for free to the original token holders. But I can see that if the project booms and it gets too expensive to buy in, people will look for different ways to get into the project. But we have a different plan for that. But unfortunately, I can't say too much about that.
Okay. I gotcha. And yeah, I kind of agree with what you were saying too. I think initially going the token route probably wouldn't be the best choice, only because it's going to give you another thing to worry about. It's going to give you a lot more to manage. You're going to have to grow your team to moderate things, and you have a chart you have to worry about. So it's a lot more to throw on the pile, and I think you're probably making the right move staying away from that, at least early on, for sure. So as far as the actual growth is going, you guys looking into, from a marketing perspective, any sort of particular partners or anything like that to help grow it?
Yeah, we've done some really cool collaborations already. Like we were able to collab with Zeneca, who's also really excited about the project. And yeah, looking into some other collabs at this time as well with a few bigger players. So I'm looking forward to that too. From a marketing perspective, we had some calls with marketing agencies that specify in NFTs. But yeah, we feel a lot of them take the same approach, which is just spam people, mass DMs, mass invites. And we feel that isn't really the message that we're trying to convey. I think more than anything, Cranky Critters should be like a place where you can be authentic, where you can come to vent about the NFT space, or where you can. We have a Fuck My Life channel where you can actually say what's bothering you. We feel very strongly, about being authentic and being transparent about everything, and getting a lot of people through mass DMs and spamming them. It's not really our style. So we're not working with a marketing partner at this time, but we are exploring a lot of different ways to get exposure and get more eyes on the project through some connections that we have.
Okay, awesome. So I guess up to this point, then everything you've pretty much bootstrapped everything up to this point, but with your own stuff, because obviously you haven't raised anything outside of the mints yet, because that's not live yet. So it's essentially bootstrapped to this point.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got it. That's cool. Okay. One thing I was looking at, where did I see it? So you're looking to do the merch next year. I saw things you can expect. You were talking about liquidity pools. Can you give a little rundown on what that would be?
Yeah, we want to set up liquidity pools to, give people an option to, use them, like a kind of basic use. Like if you need fast liquidity, it's there. You can just go for it. If you wanna swap out your critter for another one, and you feel like there's an interesting one there, you can go for it. You can have another way of obtaining a critter if you don't want to go through OpenSea, because their reputation hasn't really been the best lately. People don't really want to pay the fees. So at least having those liquidity pools will enable people to get critters that way as well.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that idea. And what about, are you guys looking into incorporating any sort of maybe NFT staking with rewards somehow? I'm not sure, well, I guess how the rewards would work, but are you looking into any sort of staking mechanism?
We've had some talks about that early on. Oh, sorry. Rune, did you want to take that?
Yeah, it's basically the same question as the own token. Guess not sure what we could reward except for own token.
Yeah, no, I know. I guess that's. I was just thinking about that because I guess you could do. I guess I see some NFT projects doing it where, because I assume you're going to take a commission or a tax from the OpenSea sales from the volume.
Yep.
And I see some doing where they would, I guess, do rewards from that. But obviously, with the project like yours, that's, I guess, important funding going towards the game development, so it's a little bit different. But at the same time, if you reward the holders and you can help increase the floor price, that volume becomes greater and greater, which in turn, I guess, generates more profit, which is good too. So.
Yeah, definitely. I just think as soon as you start paying people, it's going to be, you want to make sure that you're doing everything correct legally.
Yeah, for sure.
We had a lot of talks about that in at the start, and we felt like it should be our main priority to get the foundation right, and to set out what we aim to do and to start building that. And I feel like this is definitely something that we can explore down the road. But like you said, I don't feel like we should do everything at once. I feel like tokens and staking is really hot right now. I think 99% of the projects are doing it.
Yeah.
But we feel like it's not because everyone's doing it that we should do it. I think what we're offering is something different entirely, like a different experience other than that. And I think we can offer a lot of value outside of that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. So basically it's just the three of you guys, right? On this, so you guys doing everything from the artist work to even the game design and all, like the balancing and all of that. It's just the three of you guys. Are you guys looking to expand the team in the future with other people?
Yeah, so it's the three of us. We also soft hired 2 other people who help out in the Discord and with community management and social media stuff. They're not fully on the team, but they're kind of on the team. And then in terms of game design and board game design, I know I've been an illustrator professionally for 8 years, so I've been down the road a couple of times. I know a bunch of people, and I already have some game designers lined up, and we really want to work with freelancers because we want to make this as cool as we possibly can. And we know everyone has had the idea before of, oh, cool, let's make a board game. It'll be fun. But we really want to make this work. So we're definitely planning on also outsourcing and doing some external play testing, external idea reviews, stuff like this, while keeping the main team just us three and then those 2 additions for now. You never know how fast things can grow, especially in this space. But for now, we're planning on being 3 + 2 max.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. Is this everybody's first project that you guys are working on, or have you guys had any experience with any others, or whether it be crypto related or even just outside of crypto?
I've been in crypto since 2016, and I've been in NFT since I think January this year. And I also have my own collection and my own collectors and working on my own little side projects and stuff. So I have some experience. I think a little more than the average.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been in. Yeah, sorry, I haven't been in crypto NFTs that long. I actually got into it thanks to Rune. Well, crypto thanks to Rune, and NFTs thanks to Arno. He said buy an ape, and then I did.
Which one? The DJ ape, is that the one?
The board ape.
The board. Okay, yeah.
So I haven't been in the space long, but I have been self-employed for also 8+ years, and I've been managing uh, my own web shop. I've also been designing, and I'm also actually a marketing freelancer. So I do have some experience that I can use in this project.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, because that was kind of leading me to the question of, because obviously you guys are looking to. Oh, and Arno, I see you trying to share a link. We have them turned off here. If you want to, if you can send it to me, I can actually just post it for you.
Oh yeah, I'll DM you.
Yeah. That was kind of leading me to the question of, because you guys are building a brand, obviously looking at building the whole game out, a board game, and as far as the time it was going to need dedicated to that, for especially just a 3-person team, how much of that time you'd be able to put in. So is this going to be kind of the full focus of the 3 of you, or at least most of you?
That is the goal, yeah. Especially like me and Arno, we can already do it. We're both self-employed. Our goal is to work on this full time. But it's also Rune's goal. He's still employed elsewhere for now, but he is looking to transition out of that and put his focus onto this full time.
Awesome. And I'm just checking out the link you shared. Now I just posted it in the AMA questions. This is really cool stuff. I feel like I've actually seen. How long? You said you've been doing this for a long time, right?
Yeah, I tried like doing one-of-ones first on a couple platforms, but that didn't really feel like something I wanted to do. It felt kind of scummy asking for a lot of money for one of my doodles. So I transitioned into doing more open edition stuff. But it's fun because I'm weaving an entire story around them and stuff. So
awesome. Yeah, no, this is really cool stuff that you got here. I like this a lot. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that. And so.
Yeah, Arno doesn't. Sorry. Arno doesn't like to brag about it. He's a really modest guy. But yeah, he's worked with some really cool names like Fortnite, Netflix, Metallica.
Metallica? What'd you do?
Yeah.
I did posters.
Oh, nice.
Some
That's
posters.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've seen them a couple of times.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. So I was gonna ask, so walk me through the mint. When mint day comes, how are you structuring that? Because I believe I heard that it was going to be sort of like an early mint or a pre-sale mint. So how's the mint going to look?
Maybe that's a question for the dev. No, I can answer it if you want.
No, it's just a whitelist system. You can explain it better.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna do a pre-sale. People that are joining the Discord now, they're still able to get on the whitelist basically to access the pre-sale. We're gonna have we're still doubting between 48 hours, 24 hours. I think we're gonna have a 24-hour pre-sale before the mint goes live. It'll mostly depend on gas, but we'll definitely communicate that well in advance. And then, yeah, we're going to have the public sale after the pre-sale is over.
Okay, cool. And then I saw, so it was 0.06. And one thing I was going to say, I know obviously, like you just said, it depends on the gas. One thing that's, I guess, worth looking into, I don't know if it would be worth it for you guys. I've seen some do successfully almost like a ticketing system where you claim the NFT ticket before actually minting it without paying the gas, and it almost like secures your spot. I don't know a ton about it. I've just seen a couple of projects do it, and I figured I'd throw it out there as something maybe to look into, because obviously the biggest thing with Ethereum is the gas fees, and that's the biggest concern with a lot of people on that one. So I figured I'd throw it out there.
One thing
Indy was asking, he's answering it now. Okay, a couple of the loading screens for Fortnite. That's super cool. Including one for the Travis Scott event. Wow, that one you should probably keep to yourself now.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that one. You don't tell people about that one anymore. No, that's pretty cool though. That's awesome. How did you get in touch? Do you work with like an agency? Do you freelance? How do you get in touch with some of these people?
I do everything on my own. I just I email loads of people.
Awesome.
Until they reply, and then
that's the way to do it, I guess, right?
Yeah, I'm completely self-made. That's also why we don't want to like outsource too much with this project. We all have the same mentality.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's super cool what you guys are doing. I think I really like the board game concept, especially the physical one, and I think there might be something there that hasn't been done yet. I don't know what it is, but I think you guys might be onto something that maybe you haven't even realized yet. But as far as tying NFTs into, because I know I'm seeing a lot of things trying to tie the NFTs into like more so the physical world, so to speak, I guess. And I think you guys might be onto something there. It's still kind of early to figure out what it is, though.
Yeah, but we feel very strongly about it. We know what you mean. Like it's a real use case. You know, you have a tangible asset that you're going to get because you have this digital asset.
Exactly, yeah.
I know it's still in its early stages, obviously, but you know, as we build this, we have a lot of cool ideas, you know, for expansions and stuff like that. And yeah, the way we are actually planning on doing it is you're going to get you're going to get an airdrop discount code, basically, that's going to enable you to go through a website and order the board game for free. That way you don't ever have to disclose your identity to anyone, because I know a lot of people in the space are very, you know, they want to stay anonymous, and we respect that. So we've thought a lot about how to handle, you know, turning digital to tangible and how we can do that without having to compromise people's identity. So yeah, we do want to, you know, put some focus on that as well.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we're still at this really early stage for NFTs, especially like use cases in real life. And I think what we could do with it, that's just the start. I think there's a lot of cool things that can be done with like linking them to tangible assets. Another cool thing that we're planning to do is you know, we have an OG role in our server that we're kind of handing out to people that we feel are really interested in the project. They don't have to even be super active because, you know, people have lives. We don't want people to farm points to prove that, you know, they are interested. We rather look at people, you know, attending our AMAs or our game nights. And yeah, people that get the OG status, when they mint a critter, well, when they mint at least one critter, they're going to get an honorary, what do we call it? Like a critter, OG critter.
Oh, the
pass?
Okay, pass, gotcha.
Yeah, basically, kind of, I don't know if you know what Meta Hero did for the core heroes. Like the OG Critter Pass is gonna give you future mints for free, future board game expansions for free, discount on merch, stuff like that. So we really want to reward the community aspect and also give them, you know, like real use cases of you know, hey, you supported us early on. We know you're super interested in the project. You get all expansions ever.
Right. That's cool. One more thing I wanted to ask was, with the actual board game development side, you might still be too early, but as far as the logistics of it all, do you guys already have partnerships or at least talks with people lined up for the actual, I guess, the printing and the shipping and all that stuff? Are you going to look for a company to do that? Do you guys have experience with that?
I have experience with a bunch of like higher quantity printing stuff where you need to outsource to overseas countries just to get your fulfillment in order. So I have a bunch of connections in there. I also know a couple people who work at Mondo Games and Keymaster Games who could help us out with that. So.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Not too worried on that front.
Yeah, no, that's good. And I think that was kind of making me think that you guys kind of have this unique opportunity to capitalize on them more so, and this kind of leads me back to the point more so where I don't think you should even bother with a token, because you have a unique opportunity where you can have this board game, and if it's a success, because obviously you have websites like Board Game Geek that a lot of the big board game people follow, and then you can almost draw them into the NFT world, because I always tell people that bridging the gap between the crypto people and the NFT people into more so the real people who may not understand it, and trying to get those people in is really what separates the good from the great projects, you know? So I think you guys do have a unique opportunity to kind of capitalize on to bring in those types of people into NFTs that may not be there already, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It's something that, we've thought about and that we're also very passionate about. Especially like since we're building the board game, there's obviously a lot of board game enthusiasts that are not yet in the space. We're also looking at building some kind of I'm not sure yet if it's going to be on our Discord or if we're going to make a website for it. But we want to kind of help them get on board. We want to and give them guides on, what are NFTs, what should you pay attention to, how do you not get scammed? Because obviously,
Right.
if we onboard these new people, we want their experience to be good. We want to help them, show them that it might seem like a big deal when you're not in the space, but if we can take their hand a little bit and show them what it's about and how fun it can be, I think we have a really cool concept of onboarding people, because indeed we have a lot of people that have the right click mentality, like, oh, what are you going to do with that picture? I can just save it. But yeah, I think we have a real use case that could draw people in, like, oh, if you like this board game, this is a way to get it. If you get this NFT, you're gonna get the board game, and then people might get interested and might take a look at the space. So we're actually very, very excited to onboard new people as well.
Awesome. Yeah. I think you pretty much got most of mine. Did you guys? Anybody else want to open up, or I wanted to jump in the chat and ask any more questions for these guys and gals? Is the host single? Did you miss the beginning where they're married? Never mind. I'm not even going to entertain you today, Milk. Oh, the host is that? I guess that would be me, right?
Yeah, I think you're the host.
I guess that's true. I wasn't thinking about that. Oh, never mind. Well, anyways. Anybody else got some stuff? But overall, man, I think you guys sound like you guys got a great team. You guys got a good plan going, and I think it's a really cool project. And I think you do have some cool opportunities there to tie together. So I think that's awesome.
I did see a question way up. That kind of got missed. Happy Days asked where we got the idea for Cranky Critters.
Oh, yeah. I must have missed out. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's one for Fluff.
Yeah, it was my idea. No, I'm an artist myself. I draw really cutesy Japanese inspired stuff. So it's not for everyone. But yeah, one of the things that I drew, I actually made T-shirts a few years ago. One of the things I drew was like a cranky cat that was angry because he got a carrot, and it was super popular. It was insanely popular, and it kind of got me thinking, like, okay, so yeah, people want angry, people want angry, cute stuff. And then I came up with the name Cranky Critters, and I always thought, like, oh, I want to do something fun with it. And Rune actually came up with the board game idea, like, oh, this is a perfect concept for a board game. So I do take pride in coming up with a name and coming up with the concept of drawing angry animals. But yeah, I think the two of us kind of made the idea to what it has become now. And as we've been together for oh my God, how long have we been together? I think 10 years or 7 years. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, we've had a lot of time to think about it. While taking care of the kids and stuff. So yeah, the more we thought about it, the bigger our plans got, the bigger our ambitions got. And yeah, we got to a point where we felt like the NFT space would be an amazing opportunity to launch this, because we could do so much more. If we make this a brand, and you can actually have people holding your NFT that are basically, supporters of your brand, and you can reward them. We felt like we wanted that to be really universal. Whereas my drawing style is kind of niche, like it's really cutesy. It might not attract everyone. That's when we came up with the idea to reach out to Arno, because we were both big fans of his work, obviously, and we feel like he does hit all the check boxes. I think I still have to meet someone that doesn't like the way he draws things. So yeah, I think the bigger our plans got for this project, the more we felt like we needed art that could speak to a wide audience and not as niche as just the cutesy animals.
Awesome. No, that's a great background to the whole concept and the whole project, which is pretty cool. I think there was Dreadsong has one more thing. He was just asking if you could talk a little bit more about your community building and the other elements of your community, such as the giveaways and all that.
Oh yeah, so yeah, community is like the most important to us. We try to be authentic. We encourage people to be authentic, and we want engagement to be authentic. We organize a lot of activities. We organize game nights. We organize some Twitter spaces, a town hall, and now we're having this event called Cranksgiving all the way to Christmas, where we have something happening every day, and it's a surprise. We have to spin a wheel and see what happens. And yeah, we get a lot of positive responses from the community as well, that we're always pushing to have something happen, and they have something to look forward to and something to participate in, and that's also really good for the community sense. So yeah, we do try to switch it up. We don't just want to do the blatant we're giving away a critter, like, retweet.
Right.
We want to kind of, well, I don't want to say make people work for it, not work for it, but kind of, show that at least they're interested in the project. Yeah, we try to do, a lot of events to just, get that engagement going and give people a space where they can be, themselves, and where they can hang out. It's very important for us.
Yeah, no, the engagement is actually super important. I wish I saw more communities doing that, like with daily things, and because keeping them occupied, I guess to say it that way, is super important, especially when you have a few weeks to go still before, or even a month before they're actually minting. So I think that's a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, plus finding the perfect amount of pings, because we don't want to. I have some servers that I'm a part of that ping like 10 times an hour, and I get crazy. We try not to ping more than 3 times a day max. Often it's even less. I mean, it's only for important things. People can opt in. They can opt in for more pings if they want to. We have a street team going. You can sign up for the street team if you want to be a brand ambassador and you want to get the word out there. But generally speaking, we try to not ping too much while building, engagement and a solid community. I think because you can have things happening every day, but if you ping people like for every little thing, you're also gonna just chase them away, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's, like I said, I think you pretty much got all my questions. Let me check back in that questions chat one more time. I think that was pretty much it, but pretty much right on time too. But overall, like I said, I love the concept, and I do want to say, obviously, that we appreciate you guys coming out, and do wish you the best of luck with everything. And I believe we actually have some pre-mint some of the whitelist spots to give away, if I'm not mistaken, for some of you guys that showed up here today.
Yeah, for sure.
So let me jump over in the general chat. So I was just grabbing the list of the attendees really quick. So in the meantime, while I set up the screen share, I'm going to go to the general chat here for a minute. So while I'm setting this up, if you guys want to jump in here, the Discord. Oh, hang on one second. Let me grab the link again. All right. So if you guys jump in the link in the Discord, that's their Discord. Join up, jump in the general chat, let them know that Cryptozin sent you. If you get banned, Milk, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. That's it. If you get banned, you're out. And in the meantime, I'm gonna get down the list.
If you join now, we're all here, so I can't say hi.
So jump in there, jump in the general chat, let them know that you're from here. I'm gonna start getting a list together with the guys so we can do, because we got some B&B we got to give away, and we got some of the whitelist spots for the mint to throw in there too.
Yeah, I also just want to say thanks a lot for having us. I think it was a pretty fun opportunity, and we're always happy to talk about the project and meet new people. So that's been nice.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's awesome. All right, let me open up my screen here. So we got to do our giveaways. All right. So I think I got everybody, and I think I took off everybody that was here from your team. It was just the 3 of you. All right, so first, let me set this up here. Let's do, because I got a bunch of them to do. I think we have, let me see. We got 6 of them of the whitelist spots we're going to give you guys. So let me set it for 20. All right, so I'm going to do these whitelist spots first for you guys so we can get those out of the way, and I can get you guys sent over. So we're going to do quick little 20-second ones here. Ooh, I dropped my pen. All right, I see how you guys pop into the Discord over there. There you go. All right, so the first one is going to be Razor LV. Razor LV, let me tag you. Where is he? I see him in here. Razor LV are the first one. Let's shuffle them again. All right, number 2. Looks like it's gonna be Zoomin. Zoomin, are you alive?
I am alive.
Oh, there you are. You are number 2.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, let's do a few more here really quick. Number 3. Let's see what we got. Who's that coming up from the back there? El Pedro. El Pedro, I just tagged you, number 3. All right, let's do a few more. Oops. Oh, that's gonna be the sound. I haven't done that. All right, number 4. Number 4, it looks like it's gonna be Drew 1127. Drew 1127, you're number 4. 2 more, let's do. Oh, Razor's here from their Discord. Nice. Yes, Drew, you won. All right, number 5 looks like it's going to be Lovis. Last one for the whitelist spots, and I'm going to do 2 for $50 each. And this one's gonna be Jose. Jose 00. So Jose, Lovis, Drew, Zoomin, El Pedro, Razor. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's other people tagging Zoom. That's why I got me confused. Okay, there we go. So Razor was first, Zoomin was 2, Drew's 3, Love was 4, Jose's 5. I got one more.